Fel suddenly stopped. Hey, what's wrong? Get off. If you tell me to get off, I will, but it's not time for food yet, I think. We are going to have a battle. Huh! Why all of a sudden? You became able to use fire magic through overcoming a real battle, did you not? Now it is time to train your earth magic. Now, you can't just decide that on your own. What are you thinking? Deciding things on your own like that? I'm not doing it. No, you are. At this rate, who knows when you will ever obtain the earth magic skill? Rather than wasting time, it is better to succeed through a single battle. This method has been proven with your fire magic. Damn it, I'm working hard on that, you know? It was sad, though, that I wasn't getting much out of it. It happened with fire magic. So it wasn't like I didn't understand what Fel was talking about, but I'd just like him to not throw me into a huge village of goblins all of a sudden. Leaving aside whether or not I'll do it for now, what are you trying to make me do? That. When he said that, I looked in the direction that Fel indicated and found the entrance to a cave. What about the cave? That is not a simple cave. It is a dungeon. What? D-dungeon? By dungeon, did he mean that kind of dungeon? Why was something like that here in this forest? It is still a young dungeon that has just been formed. Sometimes things like this occur naturally in places with thick base magic. Just as it sounded, base magic was the origin of all magic power. Magic was formed by taking in base magic and changing it to magic power. It was like I kind of understood, but not really. According to Fel, places with a high-ranking monster's corpse, those with a magic stone or with terrain that easily trapped and stored base magic, sometimes gave birth to dungeons. Springing a dungeon on me all of a sudden, you spew some pretty insane stuff. There's no way I'd be able to take down a dungeon. I'm not going in. It is not impossible. I investigated inside, and all you will find are weak monsters like slimes, horn rabbits, goblins, and kobolds. No way. No. From my point of view, they're plenty strong. Wait a minute. By investigated, does that mean he went inside? I thought Fel was late, but it turned out he was in a dungeon. It is a shallow dungeon with only 5 floors. Even a beginner like you should be fine. You may think 5 floors is shallow, but it's not from where I'm standing. In the first place, there's no way I'm going into a dungeon. Now then, let us go. Wait. There's no let us go here. Why are you trying to enter a dungeon like it's no big deal? I'm not entering. My God, why are you such a spineless coward? Fel, I'd appreciate it if you said cautious instead of spineless. I'm just on the careful side. It's too much to try to conquer a dungeon all of a sudden. Humph, what a smooth talker you are. If your way led to proper results, I would not say anything. However, is it not true that, doing it your way, it would not be certain that you would have even obtained fire magic? That is true. Maybe. So now you understand. What I say is correct. I will lay a barrier around you and Suie, so there is no need to worry. Let us go. Fel intended to drag me into the dungeon no matter what, didn't he? If that's the case, wait a little. If I have to go, then I'll need to prepare. It's your time to shine, online supermarket. My plan was to use ingredients from my world to boost my stats. I didn't want to get hurt, and dying was out of the question. I'd be entering a dungeon, which was basically an unknown world, so I needed to be even a little bit stronger. I haven't told you yet, Fel, but eating otherworld food makes you stronger. What? I told Fel about how eating food bought with my skill from the otherworld raised one's stats for a limited time. I didn't understand it well, but I also explained that the type and amount of food changes which stat gets raised and for how long. Remember, I treated you to a feast of food from my world before. At that time, you felt like you were overflowing with energy, right, Fel? Your stats were raised so high back then, even I was surprised. Oh, is that how it is? Fel also felt that eating food from my world improved his condition. In other words, you intend to eat right now in order to raise your abilities? Exactly. I didn't have time to cook, so I bought mainly pre-prepared side dishes from the online supermarket. Fried chicken croquettes, minced cutlet, thick-cut pork cutlet, yakitori, sweet and sour pork, deep-fried horse mackerel, chirashi sushi, smoked salmon marinade, potato salad, pizza, choux creme, cake, etc. I bought anything that caught my eye. I had no idea which one raised which stat, so for now, I just tried a little of everything. That said, it would be impossible to eat everything, so I just eat a little of each one and then let Fel finish off the rest. It was a bit sad to leave leftovers, but this was all Fel's fault anyway. I should give some to Suie too. In addition to leveling up off of the trash, he needs to raise his stats too. Add some drinks in and... Okay, this looks good. I lined up all the food I bought just now. It was a heap of Otherworld food. I don't know which one raises which stat, so I just bought a lot of it. But there's a limit to the size of my stomach. I'll just eat a little of each, so can you guys finish off the rest? I don't like leaving leftovers, but it's to go into the dungeon. Yes, I understand. Fel, my friend, I can see the drool on your mouth. Suie, stop vibrating in excitement. Right then, let's eat. I ate one bite and gave the rest to Fel. The packaging itself went to Suie. I forgot to tell you, but it seems eating stuff that isn't food levels you up, like this and this. Pointing out the plastic packaging and whatnot, the food came in. I explained things to Fel. I see. If that is the case, then Suie gets to level up as much as it wants. No, things from your world sure are mysterious. Mysterious? This stuff didn't happen back in my world either. It became like this when they came over here. It's mysterious to me too. Rather, I'm the one who wants to know what kind of principle it is that is doing this stuff. Well, it's already plenty mysterious that I got teleported here in the first place, so I guess anything goes. I kept eating. While Suie leveled up by eating the containers and trash, it also slowly boosted its stats by eating some of the food as well. Fel was also digging into what I left for them. Whew, I sure ate. Last is dessert. Lastly, one bite each of a choux creme and a cake. The rest was enjoyed by Fel and Suie. Burp, no more. Now then, what's up with my stats? Name Mukohda, Tsuyoshi Mukohda, age 27. Job victim from another world, level 3, HP 110, 120, MT 123. Attack 83, teen defense 82, 17. Agility 78, 16. Skills, Appraisal, Item Box, Fire Magic, Familiars, Contracted Magic Beasts, Fenrir, Baby Slime, Unique Skill, Online Supermarket, Blessings, Blessing of the Goddess of the Wind, Ninrir, Small, so about 20% up. It would have been nice to have had larger buffs, but beggars can't be choosers. What about Fel and Suie? Appraising the two, I found that Fel managed about a 30% buff, and Suie was now level 16 with a 20% buff, same as me. Just as you have said, my stats have gone up. It seemed Fel also used Appraisal. The dungeon will be no problem like this. Let us go. It's no problem. Actually, it was a huge problem, but even if I'd said I'm not going in at this point, Fel would just throw me in himself. I drew my short sword from my item box. I guess I just have to steal my heart and do it. Fel, make sure you put up that barrier. I wasn't being a wuss. I was just valuing my safety, that's all. Fel, Suie, and I entered the dungeon, and the first thing we encountered was a slime, while I was hesitating because I was taking good care of Suie. Heh? The slime slowly dissolved. What happened? Suie, that was a pretty nice attack there. Huh? Suie attacked? Rather, wow, no hesitation even though you're both slimes. Suie shot acid at it. Suie gave a demonstration as Fel explained it. Acid shot out of Suie's tentacle like a water gun. It must have been quite strong. The rock it hit started smoking and melting. What the heck is that high-powered attack? Huh? Was Suie always that strong? To be able to launch an attack like this, Suie might already be a special individual. Special individual? Really? If Suie kept leveling up like this, just what kind of evolution would happen here? Well, there was nothing wrong with Suie being strong, though. The next one is here. You should defeat this one. I did as Fel said and hit the slime with my short sword. The slime was squished flat and was absorbed into the ground after a while. Are there no dead bodies left in a dungeon? Yeah. Dungeons are like living things that absorb base magic to live. Those who enter the dungeon, whether they be monsters or humans, if they die, the dungeon will absorb them. So this world's dungeons are that type. I definitely don't want to die in a dungeon. Next, use your magic this time. I nodded and shot a fireball, which hit a slime and exploded. Ooh, I feel like that one was more powerful than usual. It must be an effect of the food. Suie and I continued defeating slimes as they gushed forth. Good, let us head to the next floor. The next one is horn rabbits. Be careful of their horns. Going down a level through what looked like a set of stairs, we were quickly beset by horn rabbits. The sharp horns on their heads came flying like weapons. Whoa! I swung my short sword in the confusion, but it didn't turn into a fatal wound. Whoosh! Suie's acid shot dissolved it. Ooh, well done, Suie. Suie happily jiggled when I praised it. More coming. Do not get careless. Right. This is a dungeon. Also, use your earth magic. If you refuse, you will never be able to obtain the skill. Right where it hurt. From then on, I used Stone Bullet to defeat the horn rabbits. But still, in the end, it was only one pebble. Suie and Fel finished off the ones that I couldn't kill with the spell. You are not improving like I thought you would. Ha, ha. Of course, I wouldn't just get the skill immediately. Whoops, Stone Bullet. I hit a horn rabbit that jumped at me with a stone bullet. It really is still one pebble. Does the monster have to be stronger? I'm having a hard enough time now. What kind of ominous things are you letting out of your greedy mouth? Actually, why are these things attacking us with you here, Fel? They didn't come at us in the forest because you were too strong, right? Why does that not matter here? Usually, Fel was too strong, probably, so no monsters even dared come close. They might approach if Fel erased his presence, but they all ran away as soon as they saw him. That's why we basically never met any monsters at all when traveling. Even so, inside a dungeon, even so-called small fry like slimes and horn rabbits came running even while Fel wasn't hiding anything. Monsters in the dungeon, you see, always view those who intrude on the dungeon as an enemy, no matter how strong they are. Aye, is that so? Dungeons are scary. I don't get why people would go at all when they know they'll be attacked. I'm never going into a dungeon again. Hey, stop spacing out. More are coming. Ah! Stone Bullet! I really shouldn't have come into this dungeon. We finally reached the next set of stairs down while defeating horn rabbits along the way. This floor is goblins. Goblins? I didn't want to be reminded again of what happened last time. They are here. Ugh. 3 goblins came running this way from the end of the passage. Fireball! The fireball hit and burned the goblins to a crisp. Did I not tell you to use your earth magic? No matter what you say, goblins are scary. If they come running at me all of a sudden like that, of course I'll react with the fire magic that I'm better at. The next ones are here. Kia! More? Not to mention, there were more of them this time. Stone Bullet! Stone Bullet! Stone Bullet! My Stone Bullet, which only launched 1 pebble, didn't shave away their numbers at all, and all the goblins attacked me while alive and healthy. Ooh-wah! Go away! Stone Bullet! Stone Bullet! Stone Bullet! I shot more stone bullets, but one goblin, still stubbornly clinging to life, swung his club at me. The nightmares returned. Blorp. Suie's acid attack gradually melted away the goblin's upper half. Thanks, Suie. You're strong. You're the best. I hugged Suie and rubbed my cheek on it. Suie has way more guts than you do, huh? Grr. I've just been traumatized by goblins, thanks to a certain someone. I had a tough time on this floor full of goblins, but I somehow managed to get through it with Suie's help. Now then, to the next floor. Next is the 4th floor. Huh? And after that is the 5th. I want to go back to the surface already. Sigh. This floor has kobolds. There will be more of them as well, so be careful. We proceeded cautiously after Fel's warning. They are coming. A group of dog-faced kobolds, barking and woofing, bared their fangs and came running. Kia! What are those? Nawe. Stop being a coward. Coward, you are fine. There is a barrier. Just calm down and shoot your earth magic. No. How the hell can I be calm like this? Fire! If you use your fire magic, I will leave you here. Fel's merciless words came right as I was about to fireball their evil little faces off. Fel, you brute. You devil. Damn it, I've got no choice but to keep shooting the hell out of these stone bullets. I became able to use a pretty good fireball, so there was no choice but to believe here. Stone Bullet! Stone Bullet! Stone Bullet! The pebbles went flying with a whoosh. The 2 kobolds running at the front of the pack fell, but the ones behind kept coming with no damage at all. Teoff as fast as dogs. A kobold opened its mouth right in front of my eyes like it was going to bite me at any moment. Kia! I'm done. The moment I closed my eyes because I was convinced I was going to die in this dungeon, clang! Something stopped the kobold's bite. Fearfully opening my eyes, I saw a foolish-looking kobold with its mouth stuck open, stopped by something hard and transparent. How many times have I told you it will be fine? As if mind barrier would be flimsy enough to be broken by a kobold. I get it, in my head at least. But still, Fel's barriers were invisible, so the feeling of danger was no less real. It was still scary to be attacked by a kobold with such a violent face. Woo. Calm down. Just as Fel said, this barrier was extremely durable, it seemed. It was truly scary to see a group of kobolds bearing down on you. But since I did have Fel's barrier, of course I was fine. Anyway, earth magic. I needed to shoot my heart out and get the skill. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been any point in coming into this dungeon. Right, let's do it. That is the spirit. More kobolds are coming. Stone bullets, stone bullets, stone bullets. Continued shooting at the kobolds without mercy. After defeating many kobolds, we finally reached the stairs down to the next floor. How's that, Fel? My stone bullets become better, no? I shoot 3 of them now, you know. You still have a ways to go. Do not get full of yourself over just 3 pebbles. Grrr, how harsh. The next floor is the last. It is just a huge cavern, and most likely there will be a lot of kobolds waiting for us. Keep that in mind as we descend. Nodding, I followed Fel and descended the stairs slowly. The bottom floor was a cavern shaped like a rounded dome, and just as Fel said, it was overflowing with kobolds. Isn't this too much? It certainly is a lot. There were not this many when I last came. There is a king in the back. Okay, king? A superior species? That is correct. For now, you two should try defeating it yourselves. You have a barrier, so there's no need to worry. I will be here just in case. No, don't try defeating it me. Why do you keep saying these impossible things? Suie seems motivated. You should learn from it. I looked at Suie after hearing Fel's words. It had a tentacle out, fully ready to fire acid. Suie, why are you so motivated? Could my sweet Suie actually be a battle maniac? Compared to you, Suie is much braver, no? Now go. Fel said before pushing me. Way? My staggering step towards them was the signal for all the kobolds to attack at once. Ooh, wah! Squirt, squirt. Suie was also crawling along at an amazing speed, shooting acid. Kobolds that were hit with the acid writhed in their death throes as they melted. Suie. When did Suie get this aggressive? In any other situation, I'd barf at this gruesome scene. Hey, you go too. Remember to use your earth magic. Fel pushed me again, and a huge number of kobolds bore down on me. Damn it! Stone bullet! Stone bullet! Stone bullet! I shot my stone bullets desperately. At any rate, just shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot everything. I didn't want to just admit to Fel being right, but I became able to use stone bullet. All that was left was the Cobalt King, which was 1 size bigger than the rest. It was just standing back calmly before, but it must have been angered seeing its comrades die one after another as it bared its fangs and let out a cry. He's the last one. The Cobalt King howled as it hoisted its axe and came our way. Ha! Ha! Stone bullet! Stone bullet! Stone bullet! The stone bullets, wrung out from the last of my power, hit the Cobalt King. It bled, but was not defeated. The Cobalt King kept coming with an angry expression and made it all the way to my side. Shit out of MP. Fel. The rest is up to you. As I said that, a quivering Suie came between the Cobalt King and me. Right before I lost consciousness, Sue bathed the Cobalt King in a large amount of acid with a splurt. The Cobalt King didn't even have time to scream before it melted to the ground. Huh? What's with this ending? Did Suie just hog all the good parts? Suie! That was when I lost consciousness due to a lack of magic power. Splat splat min, who is it slapping my face? Splat splat, what do you want? Min! Ah, dungeon! I jumped up. Suie was on my stomach, looking worried with a tentacle out. So you were the one hitting my face. Suie, I'm alright. What about you? I'm fine. A young voice rang in my head. Whoa, was that you just now? Yeah, it's me. This is telepathy, right? Fel did say that telepathy was possible between contracted masters and familiars, so it's not that impossible for Suie to be using telepathy. But why now? Maybe he finally became able to use telepathy due to leveling up? I looked at Suie, who was currently jiggling away on my stomach. I remembered the fight with the Cobalt King. In the end, Suie came between us, and somehow, Suie was super strong, though. Suie had definitely leveled up while fighting in the dungeon, right? I could remember his movement getting steadily sharper, too. He might have become able to use telepathy due to fighting in this dungeon. I appraised Suie. Name Suie age 14 days, race slime level 7, HP 157, MP 151, attack 149, defense 152, agility 153, skills, acid bullet. Suie, just when did you evolve? Suie not only leveled up, it even evolved from a baby slime to a slime. Not only that, it was already level 7 after evolving. There was even a skill. That's the acid bullet, right? The one where he shoots acid around. That's an extremely strong attack. I mean, it was shooting ridiculously strong acid. All the ones that got hit by that turned into a gory mess that would basically be guaranteed to be rated R18. Actually, this just came to mind when I saw its stats, but wasn't Suie stronger than me? Hurriedly, I checked my own stats. Name, Mukohda, age 27, job, victim from another world, level 7, HP 142, MP 141, attack 123, defense 122, agility 118, skills, appraisal, item box, fire magic, earth magic, familiars, contracted magic beast, Fenrir, slime, unique skill, online supermarket. Blessings, blessing of the goddess of the wind, Ninrir, small. Suie's stats were undeniably higher than mine. Even though Suie was only 14 days old, it was already stronger than me in every aspect. I'm weaker than Suie, but still, I'd leveled up to 7 now. I even had the earth magic skill. If I went through all that in the dungeon and still didn't have a level up to show for it, there would definitely be a man crying here right now. But it was still sad. Suie's stats were better than mine. To be losing to Suie, who's only 14 days old. Sah. Just what was Suie? Fel did say it might be a special individual. Is this what a special individual is? Even so, I feel like its growth is extremely fast and it's also just really strong. I mean, Suie's already a slime and its acid bullet skill is way too strong, right? Looking at Suie, who was even now jiggling on my stomach, touching my face all over with its tentacles like there was something fun about it, I tried conversing with telepathy. Hey, are you a special individual? Dunno. Suie is Suie. Well, Suie is only 14 days old, guess it wouldn't know. And there was nothing wrong with Suie being strong for the sake of its master's safety. Oh wait, I don't see Fel. Where is he? I looked around my surroundings but didn't see Fel at all. Hey Suie, where's Fel? He said he was hungry and went somewhere, but he also said he'd come back soon. I see. Wait, huh? Can Suie converse with Fel telepathically? Suie, you can talk with Fel through telepathy? Yeah, I can. It looked like familiars could converse between themselves too. Fel must have returned to the wild temporarily because he was hungry and couldn't wait. After a while, Fel appeared out of the forest. So you are finally awake. Fel, I don't mind if you go back to the wild, but could you at least make it harder for me to tell? I can see the redness sticking all over your snout. You were not waking up, so I went out and got a snack because I was hungry. Yep, he went wild and ate raw meat. The red around his mouth seemed raw as heck. However, the things you cook really are better. Make me something. Wait, didn't you just eat a whole bunch of raw meat? As if I could be satisfied by something other than your cooking. Is that so? But I've just woken up from being passed out. It is thanks to me you have safely learned earth magic. It would not be wrong to even treat me to food from your world, you know? Could you not beg for Otherworld food, please? It's true I've learned earth magic, but this dungeon was mega scary. I never want to go through this again. My stomach rumbled. It seemed like I'd been out for quite a while. I hate that it looks like I'm following Fel's orders, but I guess we should eat. What to make? An Otherworld feast like Fel was hoping for might make him lose control again, so it was definitely not happening. I was still sluggish from using up all my MP, so something nourishing would be nice. What comes to my mind right away when thinking of something nourishing is the super nutritious egg, right? Eggs, huh? I hadn't had any recently, so that might be a good idea. Eggs, eggs, eggs. Let's make that. It can be done quickly, and I still have rockbird meat after all. With that decided, it was time for shopping. I bought eggs and dashi soy sauce. I already have mirin and sugar and onions as well, I think. I also need the all-important rice. Start off by thinly slicing the onions and cutting rockbird meat into large, bite-sized pieces. Next, crack open an egg and lightly scramble it. Then, after making a stock in the frying pan with water, dashi soy sauce, mirin, and sugar, heat over a fire. I find this step annoying, so I always end up using dashi soy sauce. Dashi soy sauce is super convenient. When the mixture starts to boil, throw in the onions and rockbird meat. Once the onions and rockbird meat are thoroughly heated, throw in half of the scrambled egg and cook over low heat. Once the egg has solidified, add in the rest of the scrambled egg and turn off the heat. After the residual heat has passed through the rest of the egg, the soft-boiled gooey oyakodon is complete. All that's left is to heap it on a bowl of freshly cooked rice. I tried to call Fel and Suie over, but they were already waiting, staring at the food. Here. I gave Fel an especially huge serving. Good. Saying that, Fel voraciously bit into the food. I gave Suie a more normal serving, as well as the eggshells and onion skin. Master, it's good, Suie told me via telepathy. I see. That's good to hear. Petting Suie, I turned to my own meal. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. More. Fel, my guy, you eat way too fast. Wait, how are you this hungry after eating raw meat? It couldn't be helped. I made more for Fel. Suie also looked like it wanted more, so another for it too. Man, my familiars sure eat a lot. During the post-meal break, I remembered something, so I talked to Fel about it. Ah, right. So you can speak with Suie through telepathy? Yes. Suie was talking with Uncle Fel. Uncle. Fel's an uncle. Suie must not be afraid of anything. Well, he's over 1,000, so Fel's more of a grandpa than an uncle, probably. Do not laugh. Suie, I have already told you not to call me uncle. Why not? Uncle Fel is Uncle Fel, right? Like I said, do not call me that. It's fine, isn't it? Suie's only 14 days old, after all. Compared to that, you're an uncle, aren't you? Uncle Fel? Grrn, do not call me that. I will bite you. Ha. Sorry. If I am an uncle, then so are you. No. I'm still 27. I'm no uncle. Master is master. See, Suie says so too. Grr, Suie, listen here. Call me Fel. Do you understand? Fel faced Suie and said that in a growl. Uncle Fel is Uncle Fel. Suie started quivering minutely. What do you think you're doing? Don't make Suie cry. I hugged Suie, comforting it. Wah, master. I comforted Suie as it quivered. Come on, don't cry. Suie is a strong child. Yeah, Suie de Trog. There. At any rate, I can't believe it. Growling like that over a name, Uncle Fel sure has a small heart, I said sarcastically. Growling in frustration, Fel turned away with a sullen, humph. Mine heart is not small. I will allow Suie to be the only one to call me that. Ahaha, Fel lost to Suie. Suie, he's saying you can call him Uncle Fel. When I said that, Suie trembled happily. Thank you, Uncle Fel. Suie continued to jiggle happily. Ah, how lovely. Our Suie sure is cute.